Food stamps just got savage 6. These people refuse to work. And I'm going to start off with the most hard-hitting clip of the week.
I don't need you guys telling me to go to work. I obviously know I can go to work if I choose to, but I'm not going to. I don't know how to get this through your guys' thick skull. I am never going to work. I will live off the government for the rest of my life.
Is this a troll video? I gotta ask you, this is just, I saw this clip and it is the most wildest thing I've ever heard.
I have plenty of money this way. Why would I ever choose to go to work? What you guys don't get is that we have income. We're not just sitting on our asses all day. Therefore, we get that income plus our food stamps, which is $1,500 a month, every single month.
And she's saying they have income, so what they have is unreported income. That sounds to me like someone really working the system, doesn't it?
So yeah, we're living large and in charge over here. So you all can just shut up, quit telling me to get a job. I will not be doing that. I will not be taking that advice. I will not be... No.
Insane. I mean, guys, have you guys ever heard of something like that? I mean, I know there's people that say that, but this woman here is adamant in what she's saying. She said she will never work again. Nobody's going to make her. All right. If you guys like this kind of content, shoot me a like and a subscribe right now because the next videos are going to be just as wild. Let's get into it.
Don't worry, everybody. Trump's giving the military some raises. I know you all are hungry and everything, but them soldiers need to be paid more for this non-existent war that's just about oil. Okay? Stay hungry, America. Remember, our soldiers are highly paid.
Oh, wow. Our soldiers, I don't think they're that highly paid for what they do. They're actually risking a life. But let's just keep it like really simple here. Just the real simple, the most easy explanation about this. Soldiers have a job that they're doing, and they're cutting benefits for people that can work, but clearly refuse to work. So what are we even talking about? I'm telling you, something is wrong with people's mind states.
Again, I get something in the mail again from my food stamp office. They must have changed things. I don't know if this was a thing or what, but I literally get this letter in the mail telling me that I have to either be working 40 hours a week or I have to be going to school in order to qualify for childcare. And if I'm working less than 40 hours a week, I only get the amount of hours of childcare that I would be working. So if I work 15 hours a week, I only get 15 hours of childcare.
If you want to see the full reaction video,
I'm sorry, I don't see what the anger and outrage is about. That makes sense. If you work, they're going to cover your childcare for the time that you're working. And if you're not working, why would they cover more childcare? It's not really confusing or rocket science, is it? Let's play a little game real quick. Call it a challenge for you. I challenge you to pick the top couple of states that you think have the highest population of people that receive SNAP benefits. Okay? And I'm going to let you know it's going to be a little surprising. The percent of population receiving SNAP benefits, this is 2024 data. The highest states are Oregon, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and then Washington, D.C. All right. I bet you a lot of you thought it might have been other states like maybe New York, California. Now they are up there. But wow, Oregon, honestly, Oregon and D.C. are the ones that surprised me. And just so you know, there's over 40 million Americans that receive SNAP benefits. And the U.S. spends over $80 billion a year on it. All right, let's get back into these video clips.
My food stamps went from $4,400 in food stamps every month to $38. What am I supposed to get with $38 with 6 kids?
You're supposed to get a job. I love this lady. She posts so much of this content. I really don't know if she's a troll or not because she posts a lot, but man, is she entertaining to watch. The stuff that comes out of her mouth.
How the hell am I supposed to support my kids on $38 in food stamps? Not to mention our disability checks on hold. Our Section 8, my rent isn't getting paid tomorrow. So I have to come up with $1,100. Okay? I am allergic to work. I can't work. I refuse to work. The whole reason I had kids was the amount of government benefits that you get for one child.
And this is why I think she's trolling like what she's saying. But at the same time, I have like a part of me wants to believe her, because can you imagine this woman in the workforce? Like, honestly, can you imagine this woman working anywhere? Like, there's no way she could keep a job unless she's just like a great actress. Let's keep watching.
And now, with the dependent age being 7 and younger, none of my kids are dependents now. None of them, because they're all older than 7. So how am I supposed to live? How do I feed my kids on $38? This is not okay. Not okay.
I feel bad for her kids. Like, if she really has 6 kids, I feel so bad for them. They are going to have a rough life. It's tough. It's tough for people that have good opportunities to make it in life, like make a good life. But for these kids, I don't know, maybe they'll have a lot of incentive having a mom like that to do better. All right, let's keep watching these videos. I mean, these videos are just mind-bogglingly insane.
Quick food stamp update, and I say this in the nicest way, y'all, I promise. But you're gonna have to get a job. Big beautiful bill requirements have gone into effect for SNAP. You're going to have to get a job. Go ahead and Google your state and look at the updated requirements. You're gonna have to get a job.
Hey, thank you for talking some sense. I mean, finally somebody that talks some sense. Look, you might really not want to work. These people really might be 100% adamant about what they say. But it doesn't matter. The big beautiful bill rules have changed. All these people are going to be slowly losing all these benefits, and they're not going to be able to play the system. Okay? God bless to all the people that really need the help and need food stamps. But it's not meant to be a program to live off of forever. It's not meant for you to just have kids to have more food stamps. That's messed up to the kids. I mean, come on, let's have some like financial literacy here and just try to be better, right? All right, what else we got?
All right, guys, real quick. So for all the MAGAs out there that said there's no way in hell that Trump was going to make cuts to SNAP, which is the same thing as food stamps, for all the people out there that said it was lies, Democrat lies, it was never in the big beautiful bill, here we are. It is the first week of October, and some of these cuts are now taking effect. And it was real, and it was in the big beautiful bill. So federal cuts to SNAP leave millions of Americans with less or no food assistance. And let's take another look at this. So thanks to President Trump's one big beautiful bill, cuts to the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, which is SNAP, formerly known as the Food Stamp Program, have now gone into effect. So for people that don't understand, if you were in hard economic conditions and met certain levels, you were able to utilize SNAP, which is where the government would give you money to go spend at the grocery store. We are now kicking people off of SNAP. These are the people that, if they are not on SNAP, will go hungry and starve. Okay? An estimated 2.4 million Americans will lose their food stamp benefits.
Quick little bit of math. So if about 40 million people are on food stamps, 2.4 million of them, looking at about a 6 to 7% of people on food stamps that are going to lose it.
And let's get some of the details here. According to the White House, these cuts will ensure that SNAP will serve the truly needy.
As it should.
I'm not sure what that even means. The mission of the program has failed. SNAP was intended to be temporary help for those who encounter tough times. And I understand that. I understand that these things many times are meant to be for temporary help.
As they should, right? Am I right? Tell me in the comments if you agree.
And many times people do go onto these programs temporarily, get themselves into a situation, and then come off of it. But yes, there are also people that just are never able to get themselves off of it. I don't really think that means that we should kick them off and let them starve. That's my personal opinion.
I don't think we should let anyone starve, but I also think that we all have a responsibility, and we are responsible for ourselves and the people we create. But I mean, dude, the government doesn't have to pay for your stuff. Come on, man. Like, if you're able-bodied and you can work, you should work. Why wouldn't you want a better life anyway? I just don't get it.
The thing that this touches on is the impact to grocery stores, okay? which is definitely not the most important part of this, but it's an interesting aspect. So according to CNBC, independent grocers will feel a big impact from these cuts. Now, while some grocers only see about 1% of their sales coming from SNAP, the program accounts for up to 70% of sales for others. So there are some grocery stores out there that are in areas where a lot of people, 70% of the people in the area, essentially is what they're saying, are on SNAP. And they spend their money at these grocery stores. Now they will not have that money to spend at these grocery stores. And therefore, these grocery stores, if 70% of their sales is from SNAP, they might go out of business.
Yeah.
So now we have this problem where SNAP was helping to keep some of these local smaller grocery stores that are in sort of lower income areas. It was helping keep them open.
Well, basically, what that is the government subsidized these grocery stores that otherwise wouldn't have been in business.
Now they might have to close. And I'm not sure, these people will have to find the closest grocery store to them if they can even afford to buy groceries. So this creates a whole, sort of chain of issues all the way down the line.
Yeah, I mean, it's a slippery slope, but I mean, look, I just don't get it. For me, look, paying off my credit card debt was a big deal. It was a great accomplishment. Paying down student loans, big accomplishment. Eventually saving up enough money to buy a house, big accomplishment. Buying a car and a truck that I want, big accomplishment. I have aspirations, I have ambitions. Some people don't. I get it, but I don't want to pay for you if you don't.